You know the vocabulary and the rules, but the moment you have to speak, a single misplaced verb tense jams the entire sentence. Correcting these structural errors usually requires a human coach to identify the mistake and explain the logic. Now, we can process those corrections instantly using large language models. By combining daily inputs with specific prompting, you can build a personalized AI grammar feedback loop that catches and explains your mistakes in seconds. To set this up, you only need two things: a device connected to the internet and a standard text-based AI application open right now. Applying real-time error analysis shifts you from waiting for a teacher's schedule to actively operating your own language acquisition. Methodical step 1 is generating your baseline data. Every day, you need to input raw, uncorrected sentences about your daily routine into the AI. For example, let's use a standard string of chronological events. I wake up at 7 a.m. I go school. I eat food. If you just hit send, the AI will simply rewrite the text. To make this an actual feedback loop, you must use a specific command. Ask it to correct my grammar and explain. This diagram maps how the system processes input. It identifies chronological failure, shifting the present tense I go into the correct past tense form I went. Because we demanded an explanation, the system delivers the structural rule. Actions completed in the past require simple past tense. Delivering the correction alongside the reasoning prevents you from relying on rote memorization. It gives you the operational rule to apply to different verbs in the future. Extracting the reason behind a structural error is what allows you to move past simple imitation toward true fluency. Writing is a low-friction environment. You have time to think. To test your grammar, we must transition to the higher-pressure environment of spontaneous speech. By using the voice-to-text feature on your phone, you force transient speech patterns to solidify into permanent, analyzable text data. Try speaking these statements aloud into the app. I am going market, and I did not went there. This comparison illustrates the transcription on the left and the corrected output on the right. The system pinpoints the exact points of failure, adding the missing preposition to the, and fixing the double past tense violation in did not go. Translating audio directly into text exposes the subtle grammatical omissions that are easy to gloss over when you are talking quickly. Visualizing these spoken flaws strips away the ambiguity of conversation, turning abstract habits into quantifiable data points you can fix. Before building a daily schedule, you need to calibrate your ability to spot these anomalies. Look at these 3 sentences. They contain specific structural errors. I am go to school. She don't like tea. And he did not eat food. Pause the video right now. Process these lines manually and formulate the correct syntax for each one. Here is the correct mapping. The highlights identify the failed verbs and replace them to yield I am going to school, she doesn't like tea, and he did not eat food. Now run a live simulation. Open your AI app, type 5 original sentences, and ask for corrections. Active manipulation of flawed data helps solidify the logic required to build confidence in self-correction. Running this loop once provides a moment of clarity, but a single session is not enough to overwrite long-standing linguistic habits. To begin shifting those habits, we will implement a consistent protocol for the next week, the 7-Day AI Challenge. This cyclical flowchart dictates your routine. Node 1, write 10 statements about your day. Node 2, run the analytical prompt to get the correction. Node 3, speak the corrected output aloud. Repeating this triangular sequence daily creates a compounding effect, gradually replacing incorrect patterns with verified, accurate ones. After 7 days of consistent repetition, you will likely notice the mental friction of recall beginning to decrease. You move from guessing which tense to use toward recognizing the correct pattern more quickly. By automating the correction process, you've built a sustainable method for self-improvement. As you continue feeding the system new sentences, your spoken accuracy will begin to reflect these corrected patterns.